Be patient with trainers and new ideas. This time on Sales Talk with Joe. Whether you've been in sales for years, or just starting your career, or you're even just thinking about a career in sales, Sales Talk with Joe is designed to help you become more successful. I can remember early in my career, particularly when I started my management portion of my career, that I was exposed to sales training. And it was wonderful training. Most of it was very, very good and very important to help me grow and develop in my sales career and as a manager. But one of the things that would be very frustrating to me is I would go through a training session and I would, there's always takeaways. You always get some takeaways. Okay, I need to do or try this new thing. I need to begin to incorporate this into what I do. And so the next time I'd go out on a sales call or have interaction with one of my guys, I would apply that new concept to what I was doing in the interaction. Sometimes it felt really good and it worked. Other times it created a stumble. It just really didn't seem to do anything positive. So at that point, I'm faced with a decision. Is what I learned really good, or maybe it's not so good, or maybe it just doesn't work for me? How do I just make the decision as to whether or not I should continue to pursue to try to incorporate that new concept into my sales routine, into my sales strategies, what I did? Well, one of the things that is really important to do is be patient. I mean, it's just like when you play a sport. The first time you picked up a baseball bat, you didn't hit a home run. First time you swung a golf club, you didn't hit a drive 300 yards. The first time you putted, you didn't sink the putt. First time you went bowling, you didn't throw a strike. It takes a while to learn the technique, to learn how to do what was just suggested to you. You've got to get comfortable with it. You've got to get the feel. I'm a big believer in rehearsal. I can remember when I was doing training, one time I went to a customer's place of business to do the training. And we got there and I set my audio visual up, got all my materials ready to hand out, and still had about an hour before the session was supposed to start. So I just did a rehearsal. I just ran through my material. And I can remember the customer saying to the local salesperson, or the local salesperson told me this later, he said that he had never had a trainer that had come into his place and spent so much time in preparation and rehearsal, and was very, very impressed with that and fully understood why our training went so well. The fact of the matter is that the rehearsal made everything smoother. The transitions from one point or one concept to another were smooth because they weren't me having to stop and think about, okay, now what goes next? What am I going to have to say? And the same thing's true when you learn a new sales concept. It's important to rehearse it. Rehearse it when you're in the shower. Rehearse it when you're in the car driving to a sales meeting. Rehearse it when you're getting dressed in the morning. Rehearse it with a spouse or a significant other or a friend. Spend time rehearsing, getting comfortable with what you want to say, how you want to say it, and the transitions in and out of things. The smoother you do it, the more professional and polished you come across, and the more knowledgeable you appear to be and comfortable with what you're saying. The choppiness is what creates doubt in customers' minds. So when you learn something new, apply it. Don't give up on it if you're not comfortable with it the first time. Keep working on it. And the best way to keep working on it is rehearsing it, doing it over and over and over again. Now, frankly, there's going to be some things that you just aren't going to be comfortable with. I totally get that. There's some things that I'm not comfortable with, and as generally as a rule, don't use. That doesn't mean they're not good. That just means they don't work with me and my personality. I think it's extremely important to make sure you leave your personality in the process. That's what makes you, you. Don't subordinate your personality to a concept or a process, or you come across as mechanical to your customers. You don't want to do that. You want to be warm and personable and make sure that you connect with them on a human level. So don't give that up, but work to incorporate new concepts that you learn into you and into your personality, and in such a way that it makes you better but doesn't change you from who you are. I'm Joe Ferguson. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you found this video helpful, please share it with somebody. Also, hit the like button and subscribe. If you have some comments, please feel free to leave them below. I'd be happy to hear from you. If you have a product or service that you think your customers might benefit from, or my audience rather might benefit from, please email me. My email was in the description below, and I'll be happy to talk to you about some sponsorship opportunities. If you just want to chat a little more about sales and talk a little bit about where you are and what's going on with you, email me. I'll be happy to talk with you. Who knows, I may get a great video idea out of something we talk about. Anyway, I'm Joe Ferguson. Thanks so much for watching. Be on the lookout next Thursday for the next Sales Talk with Joe.